Hello everybody. First of all, thank you so very much for being here watching my channel Ivana Tero. My dear friends, this is quite something special because I'm going to talk about soulmate for people who have a rising sign in a sign of Gemini. For both female and for male people all over the world, rising sign in a sign of Gemini. If this is your rising sign, then please stay with me and listen this video because I really think it's going to be quite interesting. So I'm going to talk how you can find a soulmate, who is your soulmate, which type of person will approach to you in 2017. Now, first of all, when you contact, let's say your astrologer, or maybe this is your hobby, or basically you just simply want to know what you can expect. And of course, maybe you already know a little something about astrology. When we are talking about an ideal, let's say, man for women, then we need to look at Mars in our natal birth chart, because Mars is an ideal type of a man for women. But I ain't gonna talk about that. When it comes to men, then of course you will talk with your astrologer with planet Venus, because planet Venus will show to you what type of an ideal woman, girl or lady basically is for you. But neither I ain't gonna talk about Venus. So, you know what we are going to talk about? We are going to talk about asteroid Juno. And I think that not that many astrologers basically are talking about Juno. And Juno is pretty, important in our natal birth charts. So, Juno, where and how this Juno energy coming from this asteroid Juno will affect you if you have rising sign in a sign of Gemini. I will explain to you. So, please listen. Okay, Juno, for people with rising sign in a Gemini, will stay in your 8th house in the sign of Capricorn. In the last 2 months in 2017, asteroid Juno will shift to your 9th house in a sign of Aquarius. What that means exactly. Now, before I give you an explanation, let me just explain you something more about Juno as an asteroid and why Juno is so that important in our natal birth charts. Okay, now, Venus and Mars, as I already mentioned, is, visible. Everybody talk about that, and most likely if you're a little bit into astrology, you already know your placement of your moon, sun, Venus, Mars, and so on and so forth. But not that many people know what basically asteroid Juno is all about. Juno represents totally unconscious, unaware, deeply settled, deeply kind of buried need of partner for you. So Mars and Venus are so, visible, but energy and impact of Juno is not visible because you are not that much connected with those energies. So Juno will show to you what are your almost primal, totally unconscious urge from inside of you, what you need as a woman and what you need as a man for an ideal partner next to you. And you know that everything in this world, everything is shifting. And Juno also, he is, shifting. And how Juno, an asteroid, is going to shift in 2017. Now, this way, for people with rising sign in the sign of Gemini, so please stay with me. Now, you will have Juno placed in your 8th house in the sign of Capricorn. This is first part of 2017. What that means exactly, especially for those of you who basically are still, single. Now, someone who is going to be so supportive, very easily, this man could be your colleague, very easily this man could be your chief, very easily could be Capricorn. Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, or someone who will start business almost right away. Maybe this is your current colleague, maybe this is your current chief manager, director, boss, or someone who basically is kind of connected with your clients. Maybe he's your client, maybe you are his client, something of that kind. And quite very soon and quite very easily you can start making some business with this person. Now this person holds energies and he will teach you, or maybe for some of you, you will teach that person how you need to deal with money, how you need to deal with your finances and with your material resources. Now this is for 2017, as far as I can see, very important. Also, sex is going to be very important for this person and of course for you. Little bit later in the last 2 months in 2017, Juno will shift to your 9th house and in a sign of Aquarius. Now what that means? Basically you have like 10 months to earn enough money with your partner, and then basically, and especially if you are kind of already old enough to maybe even to say yourself, okay, we earn enough of money, now we can travel. How about that? Because you need to meet other people, you need to make new friends, maybe even old friends. Maybe this is some group of people, odd group of people, people who are maybe connected with, I don't know, could be energy healing, could be some spirituality group of some kind, could be traveling all around the world because you want to meet other cultures or something, different. Maybe you have bunch of friends already on another part of the globe, and now when you reach certain ages, now you have enough money, your kids are maybe all grown up, something of that kind, and now you can travel with your partner because you already fulfilled urge for money, for material support, and this type of things. Now what else? In the first quarter of 2017, Juno will hit, making a conjunction with Saturn. Not maybe for all of you, but for some of you, you will have opportunity once again to talk with your ex. Why? Because either you still think that basically your ex is one and only soulmate in your life, or vice versa. He or she will claim, you are my one and only. So maybe you still need a closure or something of that kind, and most likely you will have opportunity at least till October 2017 to give another shot to this ex of yours. But what else? October, basically November and December 2017, Juno will hit your 9th house in the sign of Aquarius, but also he will make a conjunction with the Pluto, and then you need to decide. Is this person basically one and only, or maybe you will find someone else? And also something is very important. Jupiter is still in a sign of Libra until middle of October, and Jupiter is basically he is a kind of whispering into your ear, put your anchor down, find somebody, open up. I will give you opportunity to meet the one and only soulmate person, female or male, man or woman, depends on your gender, with whom basically you can start beautiful relationship and of course marriage. But also something else is very important. Venus from February 4th, Venus will enter in the sign of Aries, and she will stay for 5 months in a sign of Aries. Of course, one period of time we will have retrograde motion of Venus, but still I think that ladies, girls and women, you will have opportunity to choose whether this person next to you is good one or not. So basically in 2017, ladies, you will have opportunity to choose. If you don't like this man next to you, basically you will find someone else. Simply as that. So you will have quite a lot of opportunities to meet your soulmate. So this is video for people with rising sign in a Gemini, and basically you will have opportunity to meet Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or maybe Libra and Aquarius, maybe even a Gemini. So this is your video. Hopefully you will like this one. If you want to book a private reading with me, do not hesitate. Please support my channel. Please do subscribe, like and share this video, please, with your friends. I really wish for all of you to find truthful one and only soulmate, and to enjoy. Take care. Bye bye.